again, huh?
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it, so I don't know what happened.
Just a minute. Let me get to a point where this thing is keying again.
Yep, no worries. Just figured I'd give you something else to do. K6USY bringing up the stream.
No, I can't.
You got no fire in the wire, Mike.
Yeah, he knows. He's figuring it out.
Did you check your buttons on top of the buttons for which amp? Hello, 6BBS72.
Yeah, I'm checking the buttons. Nothing's key. Which button is the one for 2 meters?
Buttons in the left hand when you push it down, and that should make it key.
No, not keying. What button?
The left hand button.
Well, I had one for some reason, one of the switches on the amplifier was turned off. I don't know why. I turned all 3 of them on or off at the same time, but that's what it was. Okay. Now we'll turn the...
Hey, Frank.
Yes.
Just so you know, I'm going to be out of town from possibly Tuesday night, maybe Wednesday morning till like the end of the week, but I should be able to do the stream remotely, but just in case, you're on standby.
Roger.
I'm going to be at a state park over on the coast for Thanksgiving that should have cell service, but if it doesn't, I'll let you know. K6USY.
No, that's interesting. If it doesn't have cell service, how are you going to let me know? Hi.
I will drive to the nearest cell service and shoot you a text and then ignore the net for the rest of the week.
Roger.
Or I'll get you on 40 meters or something. I will have antennas with me. But the reason why it's questionable when we're going over there is that there's going to be rain. So we're either going to go Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, depending on what the weather's doing. So we'll see what happens. So I may be here Tuesday night or I might not be. We'll find out.
Okay.
Tell me again where the switch is, Frank?
It would be the left-hand button there's 4 buttons on that box. And I'm pretty sure the left hand is 2 meters, but you can push each button individually and see if one of them works.
Computer.
No, Frank. I'm talking about the computer button. How do you turn the computer on?
On the very top of it, up top, right-hand side, right at the front edge, there's a surface. It's a flush-mounted button. Up there, you have to feel around, push down right there. So just push down on the top of the computer on that right-hand front corner.
Yeah, we might need to get a little UPS for that computer at some point. Or just set it to turn back on if the power goes out.
Judy. You got to be pushing straight down. It's not something on the front panel. It's on top. You push straight down at the top right-hand front corner.
Frank, let me ask you a question. When you put it up here, did you put it right side up or upside down? With the little feet down or little feet up?
With the little feet down.
Okay. Well, when I got in here, the computer was down behind the cabinet. Probably a cat or something got up here and it dumped it down. But the point is, when I put it back up, I put it back up. And the feet are down. But there's no button on top that I'm reaching for. I had tried it upside down first because I didn't realize it. All the cables, as I'm looking at it now, are coming out on the upper side of the back rather than the lower side. I don't remember it being that way.
No, that's the way it is. I wouldn't worry about it, Mike. It's just one picture on the screen. I would just ignore it for right now, and I'll straighten things out when I get down there. Over.
Okay, well, both Judah and I are looking at this thing, and I don't find a switch. I turned it on before, Frank. I know where it is, but it doesn't seem to do anything when I do it. There's nothing that moves now on the front of the thing.
It's not on the front. It's on the top. When it's standing upright in a vertical position, and you're looking at the front, on the very top of it, on the right-hand corner at the front, you push straight down. There's a button right there. It's a flush-mounted button right there on the top.
Okay, Judy seems to have found it here.
Yeah, and as Frank said, if it doesn't come back up, we'll worry about it later. It's no big deal. K6USY.
Well, watch out. Now, it's turned on. Judy found the switch. Let me get my hand on the switch so I can find it here.
Well, don't be pushing that switch anymore while it's trying to start up.
Yeah, sorry, I had to leave the station for a minute.
And I tell you right now, the only way you're going to feel it with your fingers is when it goes down and you've pushed it. So I would just leave it alone for the moment.
Yeah, let me know.
Should come up there now, Aaron.
Yep, go ahead and get started with the nets, and if it comes up, I'll get the picture on the screen. If not, no worries.
Okay.
KJ6, ZKE 704.
Good evening, Terry. I hear you there, KK6ZKE 704. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, and listening to you guys working through all the problems there.
Well, the computer that runs the puts the rotor controller on the screen. Frank put it up on top of a cabinet. Unfortunately, it would look like it was in a safe place, but it was right on the edge. It was on. It wasn't there when I came in. It was down on the floor in between. I don't think it made it all the way to the floor because of cables and stuff, but everything seems to be plugged in. It didn't seem to disconnect itself, but it may have damaged the computer. Anyway, we'll see. I think Frank can look at it tomorrow. I don't see anything dangling out. What is this here, Judy?
I don't know. It's a plug.
Let me describe the plug to you.
It's blue. It has...
Let me describe a plug that's hanging here, Frank, with coiled wire, about 3 turns of extra wire, and it's a bluish plug.
All right, let me have it. I know what that is. Just leave it alone. It goes to a monitor. There's no monitor there. That's the monitor cable in case we have to plug a monitor into it.
Yeah, I didn't think it came out of anything, but it was hanging there. That's the only plug that I can see that's disconnected. All right.
Okay, 164, I got you. You're in Cal City, is that right?
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Got you there. Mike is covering you up a little bit there, but we'll just...
Kilo 6 Victor Bravo Golf,
for this
971.
Yeah, good evening, Daryl. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, Mike. Good evening.
Yeah, I don't want to step on anybody, but this is KG6USS, Bozo 831, looking over on the west side.
KG6 TYO 1009. Good evening, Mike, and everybody else.
And 1079 and Bozo 1100, K6USY.
Yeah, KG6USS, Bozo 831, up here in the high desert, looking for check-in chickens for the
711,
Southern California edition. Yeah, anybody want to check in? KG6USS, Bozo 831.
Okay.
Bozo 831 and KG6USS, back to net control, Southern California.
KG6USS, K6MYC, Bozo 47. We got your 831.
Hey, Bozo 47, how you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. You're so loud up here, you're crushing all the local boys. Let's see if there's anybody else that wants to check in with you quickly here. Because I've got to get you to turn down the other way so we can continue. You're louder than the locals tonight. Really, really good conditions. Anybody else for John down there? Go ahead now.
Hi, John. WA6LOL, Sonora.
Oh, boy, up in Sonora. What was the call sign again, the Bozo number?
WA6LOL 856. LOL 856.
Roger, Roger, on the 856. Wow, and Sonora. Very good contact down here in Southern California. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, John. KG6USS. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, number 432. Over.
Yeah, 432. How you doing there, brother? Yeah, you're always coming in here booming. I'm sorry if I'm, 200 watts or 135 watts and I'm blowing doors off over that way. That just blows my mind.
Yep, you're good and strong. Next person, over.
Okay, 6 Mike Italy, 711.
Was that 7 come 11?
711, K6 Mike Italy.
All righty, brother, I got you there. 711. I like that number for sure. We get you checked in. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
Anybody else for John there? Okay, I guess we finally got you filled in there, John. Booming signal, very steady. So we got wonderful conditions down that way. Give our best to Pat and the rest of the fellows down there. KG6USS. Bozo 831, K6MYC, Bozo 47. Now going back to Northern California, Bozo Net, and taking check-ins in the San Joaquin Valley.
All right, Mike, have a good one. Thanks for checking in. 47, KG6USS.
73.
Net control on the south side here.
Okay, let me get it up to you, Daryl. You had a brief check-in. Everybody checked in at once, so let me run it around our group quickly while everybody else gathers their thoughts there. KG6 Charlie Echo Fox, go ahead. K6MYC.
This has not leaked yet, so that's a good thing. And that's about it.
Okay. How about you, Dave?
Yeah, hi, Mike.
Oh, not much going on.
Well, how are you?
How about you, Mike?
I'm sorry, 2 Daves. Good evening, Dave. Good to hear you. WA6LOL. Stand by a second, LOL. VBG, Dave, go ahead.
Hi, not much, Mike. Just trying to stay warm and sitting here doing a little research.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it did get cold. It was very nice out today here. I mean, it wasn't quite as warm as it has been, but it was certainly pleasant. I worked outside with a light shirt on all day, and very, very nice out. But it's cooling down now. Boy, I came out at 7:30 here, and I fell asleep. I just right after dinner, I just couldn't stay awake, and I was sitting in front of the fire. I finally got over into the easy chair, and that was the end of that. And Judy finally came and woke me up. Good thing she was here. Usually, she had a little nap earlier, so she's ripping and snorting here and ready to go. All right. Sounds good. Dave, up to you in Sonora there, WA6LOL. I'm glad that you're getting back in the swing of things there after your second part operation there. WA6LOL, K6MYC, how you feeling?
Good, K6MYC, WA6LOL, Sonora. Yeah, boy, it's something, you know, they don't put you out or anything, so I could feel the messing around inside my heart. It's interesting to feel something going on in your heart and feel them in there fiddling around with placing these little balloons, and they blow up the thing and put in these little mesh things and everything. So anyway, pretty interesting. And so, yeah, boy, I'm starting to feel human again. So that was about 6 days ago now. Tomorrow will be 7 days a week, so I'm starting to feel. I bought an old big block jet boat with a big 400 horsepower Olds engine, and so I'm up there blowing up the tires and getting it all resurrected to haul it down to my place here. So that's good for my recovery. That's rolling around in the wet leaves and stuff there. Anyway, K6MYC, WA6LOL 856.
Yep. Okay. Very good, Dave. I'm glad that they had the balloons. You didn't mention the candles and the cupcakes and the song of Happy Birthday, Dave, but I guess that went on too while you were getting the balloons in your heart. Okay, yeah, that's got to be quite the thing. Boy, what they're doing nowadays, if you told it to somebody 100 years ago, they wouldn't believe you. Anyway, pretty amazing, but I'm glad you're feeling better. And okay, on the Olds, the big block, 400 cubic inch big block Olds there. That should be fun. Do you have a lake to put it on?
Yeah, we got New Maloney's here, and then Don Pedro, and then Lake Hogan isn't too far away. So, yeah, I had a boat like that before. It'll get out there and scream. It's actually 455 cubic inch, and it develops 400 horsepower. So it should scoot across the water. It's the old 70s speedboat style.
Yeah, take a big gas can with you. They got the 454s. I think it's the same engine that the big Chevys ran. I think it's that 454 cubic inch engine. Does it have water injection exhaust over?
Yeah, you know what it does? It has the big Bassett twist headers coming out the back end, the big silver pipes coming out over the top of the engine and out the back, and you have to water cool those. So, and that's pretty important, because if you don't do the valving right and then have a little switch that figures out when the engine's running, and then it turns on that water, and if that stuff gets screwed up, you get water back into your cylinders.
Yeah. Good evening, 226. One last question. What I meant was you're not exhausting underwater, which you're going to have a hard time getting on the lake under today's standards. They don't want you up there because it's too noisy. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but unless they've got the noise quelled pretty well, you won't be able to run it. Over.
I know. I took it up by Tahoe one time, and they saw me coming, and guy actually stopped me, and he said, "You can't put that boat on Lake Tahoe. You know, those kind of boats are real polluters." And then I also have a little jet boat with a pair of two-stroke jet engine drives, and they won't let you put that on either. So they're pretty laid back on Maloney's, but I imagine one of these days, it really gets noisy too. That big thing coming out with a straight out the back into those big Bassett headers. It's you can hear it all the way across the lake.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not the pollution from the engine output. It's the noise pollution. Yeah, that started 30 years ago on taking people off the lake with those things. So hopefully Maloney's will let you on and you can have some fun with it. They are fun. They're great. I don't see any problem with it, but it disturbs the people looking at snails on the shoreline. Over.
It definitely is noisy. I got a ticket on my old one, and I had straight pipes coming out of a big 454, and there was a boat cop out there, and he heard me start up and came over and gave me a $700 noise ticket.
Okay. Oops. Okay. Good evening, Ken. And hang on just 1 second. Did you say something, Dave? VBG?
No, I was just saying hello to Ken.
Oh, hello to Ken. Okay. Hi there, Dennis. 86. Let me go to Ken. WA6A OIB. Go ahead, Ken. 226 K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening all. WA6OIB here, 226. Yeah, I heard you talking about boats and all that. I gotta get mine going again one of these days. It's a 68 Belmont, all hulls all blueprinted and whatnot, and it's got a 427 Holman Moody 600 horse full race engine to the thing. But I've got Nixon exhaust, so it's a little quieter, but it still makes a lot of noise.
There you go. Yeah, you're exhausting underwater, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave, they may have to change that. That may be one thing you have to do before you can really run it. I bet you anything you don't last 10 minutes on the lake with that. They may not even let you launch if they see you. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Good evening, Dennis. I'm pointed the other way. Do you have anything for us quickly? I don't know who's pointed your way. Maybe you can pass on what you have. I can copy you, but you may not hear me. WA6O W. Go ahead, Dennis. Get my head straight here. I can't bring up the call. I got Ken's call similar to yours. K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. I'll wait till you get up this way there, Mike, and I'll be able to hear you a little bit better. Plus, I have a station up here that we do need to get a virtual number. So if you get a chance ahead of time, new station would like a virtual number. Over.
Hey, Dennis. Dennis, what's his call sign? KM6SRR.
Call sign for the new station is November 6th. November. N6KEN. His name is Ken.
Okay, let me check our list here. Also, while I'm doing that, I have a question for LOL. Down here, Daryl and I are both wondering, is that a squirter or is that a screw boat? Over.
I'm sorry, say that again, Rob.
We're wondering, is it a squirter or a screw boat? Over.
It's a squirter, so it, yeah, jet drives. It's a Berkeley jet, the back end of it.
Okay, yeah, you'll need every bit of that horsepower to get that guy going efficiently. Okay, Daryl was asking about that too, KM6SR.
Yeah, they're not very efficient power transfer to the water, those jet drives.
Yeah, KMG, you're pointed up my direction, all right?
You know, Mike, I was hearing RQU really well coming in here before the net. Conditions are good tonight.
Oh, let's get him in here. The KB6RQU, I have not heard you yet, Rick. Call 61. Go ahead. Oh, we'll log him in, but I don't hear him.
He was in here about 40 minutes ago.
Well, maybe he's pointed down south and checking in with those guys. I don't know. KB6RQU, one more call. KB6RQU and 6SWR, either one. K6MYC, calling and listening.
Yeah, make that happen.
Yeah, no problem. He may have gone in and turned off the radio, or never even came out tonight. Did anybody, Mike, did you hear John on 75 this afternoon?
Okay, I'm not hearing anybody except Pat down there in L.A. All righty. Who else do we have in the San Joaquin here, or any place that can hear me? Dennis started out strong, and then he just faded right into the noise and went completely away. So I don't know whether he had any check-ins or not. Over.
Yeah, he had a new guy there, Mike, and I've looked up, and I've got a number for you there, Dennis. We'll call, let's see, 1165 for November 6, Kilo Echo November. Over.
Okay, number 11.
Thank you, Larry.
No, 1165, 1165. Over.
QSL 1165, 1165. Thank you. I'll make sure I get that passed on to him.
Okay, thanks, Dennis.
Yeah. Mike will be coming up here, and I got these other check-ins when he gets ready, and I'll check and see if this N6 KM is monitoring.
Okay, thanks, Dennis. Go ahead, Mike. KM6SR, standing by.
Is that November 6, Kilo Echo November? And his name is what?
Ken, QSL on the call sign.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, what a coincidence. Okay, thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you up here when you get up there. I got some other check-ins for you when you get this way.
All righty. Very good. Anybody else before we go over toward the Tascadero, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Mobile? Sure. Bozo Net. I'm far from Mobile. Okay, hearing nothing. I'm going to go to a Tascadero then and see what happens. A Tascadero. W6QUI. W6QUI. K6MYC. Are you there tonight, Ron? Oh boy. Anybody else in a Tascadero? KM6EIV, KB6WRW. Anybody? I don't think they got washed out by the astronomical window river. But they're not there. Okay. W6QUI, last call. K6MYC, Bozo Net. Going towards Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz coming up next. K6MYC. Coming up to Santa Cruz. There we go. That should be pretty close. KW6 Sugar. KW6S. K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Good evening, Mike. How are things going in Fresno?
Well, they're going fine. We finally got a little rain. We have about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. For some reason, the last little rain that came didn't do anything in the rain gauge. And the only thing I can suspect is that the water came down, but it came down at 45-degree angle. And it didn't go in the cup. I got water all over everything else, but no additional rain in the rain gauge. I can't understand that one, but I know I got more than an inch because we found a couple of inches of water in the wheelbarrow. Nothing changed in the rain gauge. Go figure. Anyway, 6:10. Okay. Anyway, Dave, Tom, good to hear you. And it sounds like you're recovered from the back operation and all, or recovering and getting back to normal. Certainly from a voice standpoint, you sound great. Take another transmission, and then we'll go over and see if Lee is working. We did work Lee, of course, on 432, but boy, he was extremely weak. I think he had the antenna outside at 10 feet, but it wasn't working very well last Thursday. By the way, while I'm thinking of it, people, we will not have a net. We will not have a 432 net on Thanksgiving evening. I'm going to have my hands full here with a house full of 30 or 40 people. I won't be doing much. I try to stay out of the loop, but it's going to be probably pretty busy in the household, and I'm better off paying attention to the 40 check-ins that come in to get some dinner here. KW6S, take it, and then shoot it to Lee there, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, I apologize for not getting the 610 in there. Yeah, we're going to have some family come in for Thanksgiving, and that's going to be real nice. And otherwise, not a lot going on, and I'm fairly well recovered. I'm still not lifting anything over 15 pounds. And if something drops clear to the floor, I have to deal with it some way other than bending down and getting it. And so far that's worked pretty good, but it's leaving me a few things to deal with a little bit later on. I've been getting in some bench work, which I always enjoy, and that's been a lot of fun. Hopefully I'm going to be a success. The parts are supposed to be here a day or two for a power supply I'm fixing for my daughter. Anyway, we'll miss you on Thanksgiving, but not a lot, and we'll just kind of picture you with 35 or 40 guests there. AF6U, KW6S.
KW6S, K6MYC, America Fox 6 United. I am here tonight, and for me, I just finally got the Christmas lights put up on the house. Usually you can see them pretty much across the valley, so I'm happy with that, and I'm probably going to have a house full of company myself, although the main celebration is going to be at the in-laws, like it is every Thanksgiving, but my son and his wife and daughter, my granddaughter, will be here spending the whole weekend, and so I'm expecting things to be kind of crazy, but not 35 to 40 people crazy. Back to you, Tom, I guess, KW6S from AF6 United.
We got you fine here, Tom. We'll take it quickly and then let it go to Tom. Good. On your plans there. Well, this is just a bigger Thanksgiving than we've had in 2 or 3 years at least. But it just turns out that everybody could come, so we'll take them. We always have a big group here, but this time everybody checked off the box that said, "Are you coming?" Yes or no, and the yes box got checked by almost everybody. So we'll see who finally ends up down here. Anyway, good evening to you, and you're sounding good on this band. I don't know if you've got the 432 back up where it should be, but you were pretty weak the other night, but we did, of course, check you in. There will not be a net Thursday. So you've got a whole 2 weeks now before you have to make it work right, over.
Roger. Yeah, no, I didn't get it up because we had winds close to 30 miles an hour, and that's kind of my nervous point there. So, yeah, I didn't quite get the antenna back up, but I probably will have it up at least high enough to be readable on your end the next time you have a net. And I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, both you and Tom and everybody else on the net. And my Bozo number is 1098. I forgot to include that myself, so there you go. All right, K6MYC, KW6S from AF6 United. Back to, I think, Mike.
Yeah, I'll take it and then shoot to you, Tom. Got your 1098. Thanks very much, Lee, and have a good one. We'll see you, of course, on Wednesday, and maybe even on Monday on 6 meters here. Tom, go ahead and wrap it up, and then we'll get into the Bay Area. KW6 Sugar K6MYC.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm had the radios on a little more the last few days, but not doing much of anything. Listening in on the worldwide DX contest a little bit, and seeing who I could copy with my extremely poor CW skills, but I do get some of them. Let's see. Otherwise, not much going on. I'll catch you tomorrow night on 2 bands. Should be AF6U, K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay. Very good. Anybody else want to say hello to the gang over there? K6MYC. Okay, everybody's quiet and hunkered down for the oncoming onslaught of weather and company, I guess. So let's see here. Let me move into the Bay Area slightly and see who else we have. That should put me into the Bay Area. Bay Area, Bozo Net, taking check-ins. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie with Judy on the side.
AB6SR 807, good evening to you both. Judy back.
Okay, whole bunch of you. I heard 807. Go ahead, Stan.
Yeah, okay. Good evening to you, Mike, and to Judy there. Lovely signal tonight. Lovely and clear. Intelligibility is superb. So what can I say? As you said earlier, the band's in good condition. We had 1.5 inches of rain on Friday. Yesterday was a warm morning. It was 57. We went out walking this morning. It was 40.5. So there you are, sort of 16, 17 degree delta from one morning to the next. Anyway, we gone out today. It's been a nice day here, a bit on the cold in the shade, but in the sunshine it was good. So nothing much else. I gather you had about 1 inch of rain there. Your wheelbarrow must be a really good rain gauge. Back to you, K6MYC, AB6SR 807.
It's a terrible rain gauge because, as you know, it's a big opening at the top and a little flat spot in the bottom. So it was 1.5 to 2 inches deep in the bottom. I would guess that would equate to maybe a 1/2 inch of rain. I don't think we got any more than that, but it was nice to see it. So somewhere between 1/4 and a 1/2 inch of rain fell yesterday or the night before last, or last night, or no, it wasn't. I don't know. I'm losing track. I dumped the wheelbarrow either today or yesterday, one of the two. Anyway, it's supposed to rain again tonight, isn't that right, Judy? We're supposed to get another little spurt tonight. Okay. And what?
All day tomorrow.
And all day tomorrow. So that would even be even better, Monday. We've got most of our outside chores done. I'm working on stuff that can be done inside. So that's I got some things to do, but it's nothing that I can't do inside. So there you go. Anyway, great to hear you and find on your weather change. Yeah, you sent the cold weather over here. It's been warm until just a few minutes ago when we walked outside and all of a sudden it's dropped into the 50s or 40s now. So there you go. AB6SR, good evening, and we'll see you perhaps tomorrow on 6 if you can make it. If you can push through a signal. Check in with somebody just to let us know that you can. Anybody in the Bay Area should be able to hear you. If you can't be heard in the Bay Area, then there's something wrong with the antenna or something, Stan. Who else do we have in the Bay Area? I heard several other numbers. K6MYC standing by.
W6PQL. 285.
Okay, I heard 3 of you. 900, 285, and 1296. Let's go 900 first. For you, Oliver, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Another nice day today. Didn't get much rain at all from the last storm, much more up north. And so we headed to New Mexico Tuesday, so see you guys maybe about a week from then. K6NYC, KB6PF.
Yeah, well, enjoy your Thanksgiving with the family down there in New Mexico, and we'll see you when you get back. And thanks very much for checking in here. Okay, on the no rain, not much rain there. I think we're maybe getting a little more than you get, which is unusual. That's different, clearly a different weather pattern. Good evening to you, Oliver, and I'll shoot it over to you, Jim, WB6JNN, K6MYC. Go ahead. I heard 285 in there. Go ahead, 285.
WB6JNN, go off. We've got a power supply.
You got a power supply that's tripping out on you? Something's going on there. Anyway, we've got you checked yet. Jim, the other Jim, W6PQL, pick it up, K6MYC.
Okie dokie. Nothing new to report here other than I agree with Stan on the rainfall. We got the same thing you did over here, Stan, about 1.6 inches or so, measured on Friday. The next 2 days are just hundredths of an inch. That's all that's in the forecast. We'll see what actually happens, but it doesn't look like it's going to be very much. And that's all the excitement we have for the weekend. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, well, luckily our rainfall occurred overnight in each case, so we didn't have to put up with it in the daytime. I would take it any time it comes, but we typically get far more rainfall here in the evening. I don't know what the deal is there. But most of my rain, I would say 70 to 90% of the rain that we get here occurs from 3 o'clock in the afternoon or later in the wintertime, and that's getting close to dark. We're totally dark at 5, as you guys are as well. So we get most of our rain at night, and usually in the early morning hours for some unknown reason. Must be a temperature thing. Very good, Jim. Good to hear you. And we'll see, of course, see you tomorrow night. I'll repeat this again, pointed your way. There will be no 432 net this week because that's Thanksgiving evening, and I'm going to be acting as a quasi-host for about 35 or 40 people here in the house. So we'll be busy, and I should pay attention to my guests and that Bozo list as opposed to this Bozo list. So there you go. No net Thursday. We'll see everybody, of course, next week at this time if you don't get in between now and then. All the other nets are on. Tomorrow night, 2 nets. Tuesday night, 432. Wednesday, back here. But nothing on Thursday. There you go. Who else do we have in the Bay Area? How about WA6AXX or anybody? K6MYC. Very quiet over there.
WB6JNN.
Go ahead. Now go ahead, Jim. I doubled with you when you said your call. I thought you were just going to come in for a second. Go ahead, Jim. WB6JNN. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a power supply that's taking the cutting out, so I'm going to have to get a new one. Any recommendations?
Well, the $100 switchers work really well. I bought several different brands now, and I haven't gotten any problems with any of them in terms of noise or anything else. You should be able to get a nice 20 or 30 amp one, maybe as much as 40 amps up to $150 or less. I've bought some at 80 and all the way up to about 120. And they work good. They're small or tiny. They're quiet. And you don't break your back picking them up. Jim, over.
I got a suggestion for you, Jim.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
The little Alinco power supplies are pretty good. You know, they're 30 amps or so. I had them for almost 20 years, but they've got a new one, the DM530. It's pretty much the same as the DM330 used to be, only it's got a digital display instead of a regular meter. And it's got power poles on the front panel, so you can plug something into power poles if you want to. And the rear panel has the standard post connectors. It's also got 2 USB ports on it. So, not USB ports, they're USB. So, something that runs off a USB port, you can run them on that, like, I don't know, your GPS or whatever. Or you could charge something off of it. Anyway, that's the latest one I have. And, they're about $150, $160, something like that, but they're pretty nice. Standard stuff on the right side, voltage adjustment, if you want to use that function. And noise offset thing where you can move the noise if it generates any that you can detect. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, okay, it just cut out again. What I have is a Alinco, but it's an old one. So I think the band is probably stopped. WB16, and thanks.
Okay, go ahead, Mikey.
All righty. Last call for the Bay Area, KT2G, K6KLY. My goodness, KD6SOK is still struggling with his noise problems. Well, WA6AXX, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KF6QCH, where's everybody, over?
K6KLY reporting in. Yeah, the K6POY calling you there, Mike.
I hear him. I've got more than one. K6KLY 111. Hang on a second. Let me get Jimmy in here. He's much weaker. Jimmy, I think it's 787, but give me your Bozo number again. KF6QCH, K6MYC. Go ahead, Jimmy. KF6QCH, go ahead. Well, I heard him. Did anybody else hear Jimmy?
Yeah, Mike, K6MYC, KF6QCH. I'm having a hard time copy on my side. I got a lot of noise here. KF6QCH.
Give me your number. Give me your number, Jimmy.
That's 787. Over.
Roger. I wanted you to be able to hear it. We got you coming in pretty well now. You're coming up a little bit. Thank you, Jimmy. Sorry about your noise problem there. I might not be pointed right at you. I bumped the antenna just a little bit, and it seemed to improve you slightly. Good to hear you. And if we miss you between now and Thanksgiving, you have a good Thanksgiving over there. And thank you very much for getting back on after a little hiatus and checking back in on a regular basis. Always good to hear you. I wish we had a little more signal from you, but I know you're kind of limited there. 73, Jimmy, KF6QCH, K6MYC.
I'll try 6 here tomorrow night.
Roger on 6 meters tomorrow night. Very good. Up to you, Russ. K6KLY, K6MYC with the hiccups. Go ahead.
Okay, well, good evening to you and Judy, and not much going on this week. Has been fairly slow on 6 meters. We had a few JA openings, but nothing spectacular like we had a week and a half ago.
So that's, I guess, about it. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. And I'm going to be planning to go to Ohio to the Dayton thing this year. So maybe I'll see your guys there. K6KLY, go ahead.
Okay. Very good. And I don't think I'm going, but you never know. I may change my mind. Anyway, good to hear you. Big, strong signal tonight, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters for sure, if you can make it. We do not have a net Thursday, so nothing on Thanksgiving evening. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. How about KF6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie?
Hey, Mike, did your son pick up that rotor out of the garage and take it into the shop? Over.
I believe so, but I'm not sure, but it will get back in shortly.
All right, thank you.
All right. I hear somebody in there very weakly. Can anybody relay?
Who's the 9? Who's the 9, please? Okay, Kilowatt 9 Zulu Papa Yankee, Mike, pick him up.
I can't hear him. You have to give the Bozo number. K9ZPY, K9 Zulu Papa Yankee. Give us your Bozo number, and I hear you, but I can hear you, but I can't copy anything. You're just too weak. K9ZPY, K6MYC, Bozo Net, over.
Very good. 1161.
Yeah, 1161, Mike.
Yeah, I got it that time. Thank you very much, and thanks very much for checking in. Boy, we need you to get a little more antenna on that end. You're pretty weak here, but you did come up enough, and I did copy your number, so I hope we have a legitimate, honest-to-God check-in from you. And thank you very much for being there. Good evening again. K9ZPY, K6MYC for your final, over, over.
Okay, no problem. I'll stick it up. Higher antenna someday and more power. That'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, that'll help. More power, bigger antennas. Thank you. That'll help. You were Q5 on that one, but it's very, very, very light. Just no margin at all for signal strength, but you know that. All right, thanks again. K9ZPY, K6MYC. Now I'm looking for KE6QR or N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar.
RO is here.
Go ahead, RO.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. And I'm barely alive from 2 all-nighters in the contest.
I imagine you've got eyelid props going right now. Okay, and how did it go? Did you have any problems with noise, or did you chug along pretty good?
We had a little of everything. Friday night, we had a power line noise for a while until the rain hit, and that quieted down the PG&E leaks, all of them, 4 of them that we have identified. And then the precip started from the heavy rain. So it was pretty noisy, but we had a great start. I started on 80, and before sunset I had 8 Eastern Europeans, zone 20, 16, and 15. And later on, the boys worked a whole bunch of zone 14s and 15s. We ended up with almost 600 Qs on 80 meters, 71 countries and 30 zones. The total was 6,500 contacts, 6,502, 606 countries, 191 zones, 14 million points. and it was a good teamwork. We had a little issues with the remotes, but got through it okay. That's all I got to report.
How does that look preliminarily in terms of your standing? Over.
Stateside will probably be number 5 or 6 behind those big boys back east.
Now they're hard to beat, aren't they, with that location? Okay. Well, fantastic on the 600 contacts on 80 meters. That's really good, because I know you've been really struggling on 80. How about 160? Any good there once you got your wire fixed?
We had a tough time hearing the Caribbeans because of the noise in the early evening both nights. And when I got to Asia, it was pretty good. I had 44 JAs on 160. And my last contact on that band was a DU called in on a CQ.
Oh, very good. In the Philippines, sounds good. All right. Now, go. Yeah, Judy says congratulations. It sounds like a superb effort, all things considered. Fine on the precipitation static. When you said precip, I'm pretty sure Judy didn't understand that. But what happens is you get static in every raindrop, and it makes a little tick on your radio. And if you got a lot of them, it just brings up the noise. So it's tick, 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 and then pretty soon it's just white noise on the radio. They can't hear anything. That's what precip static sort of is. But you made it through. That's good. Sorry about the Caribbean. On the other hand, I got on 40 the other night, and all I could get was Caribbean, and I worked 2 or 3 Caribbeans and a couple of South Americans. I couldn't get. I finally got Tom, ZS1 Alpha Fox Sierra, but that was the only South African that I've worked in the last 2 or 3 weeks now on 40 meters. So, oh boy, they've gone away. The propagation wasn't very good, number one, and number two, they just aren't there. They're either busy or they're underwater or something. I don't know what's wrong over there in South Africa. Anyway, thanks for the update, Ken, and you take a rest. Again, no net on Thursday with the Thanksgiving Day evening stuff going on here. No net on Thursday. Everything else is normal. K6, N6RO, K6MYC for your final.
Yeah, okay. 40 was very good for us. 36 zones, 121 countries. In fact, we had at least 120 on the 40, 20, 15, and 10. The high was 137 countries on 10 meters, 38 zones. 1,640 Qs. The biggest was the Asian participation. We had 2,100 JAs among the 6 bands. Oh, by the way, I still don't have 1296 or 222 running until my chief engineer gets out to look into those. But we'll see on 6 tomorrow night. N6RO.
Well, I didn't know you had no 1296. We did know that you did not check in, but I didn't know there was a problem there. But okay, well, we'll just live without you, even though we'll miss you on 222 and 1296. 7-3 tonight to see on 6 tomorrow night, Ken.
Yeah, mine 1296 has got a problem. I haven't TDR'd it yet, but it's either shorted or open.
Yeah, I'll be darned.
We'll find it.
I'm sure you will. KE6QR, I haven't heard Gary this week. He should report in with his results. He always works the contest a little bit, but I don't hear him tonight. How about Clear Lake? Anybody in Clear Lake copying? K6MYC, Clear Lake, N1 PPP.
WB6 still standby.
Okay, well, you're next, Dennis, so let me just bump the antenna over that way. And go ahead and give us your check-ins there. There you go. That should be better, over.
Yeah, okay, I was standing by to see if Dave was going to check in from Clear Lake, so I didn't want to interfere, so you want to give another shout?
Well, I'm pointed at you now. Clear Lake, N1 PPP, are you there, Dave? I'm Sometimes he hears me when I'm pointed toward you. Sometimes he doesn't. Go ahead, Dennis.
Okay, very, very good. And a pleasant good evening to you, Mike, and good evening, Judy.
She nods her head. She's waiting for your other check-ins.
Well, very good, and I hope everything's doing fine. Okay, let me see. I got a few things here to pass along. First of all, yeah, we got the number for the new gentleman. I will hopefully will check in there if he's listening. That's the November 6th KEN, Mr. Ken. He's in Nokomis area, and his new number of 1165. So I'll make sure that he gets that. Also, I have the other check-ins, but here's some information or updates. I don't know if you know him. His name is Don. Then he's K7 Delta Romeo Foxtrot. Now he's in Willington, Nevada, and he's in the process of getting all this 2-meter sideband equipment put together over there. He generally runs the net on 3952 on Western Public Service Systems on Tuesday nights. I talked to him. But anyway, he's getting his station together, so we might have another new station in the Nevada area here. I'll keep you posted on that. And the other check-ins that we have for tonight, and I'll give him 3 at a time like you wish. Of course, the same ones, 160, 336, 782 break.
Got him. Go ahead.
849, 132, and 233. I think, and I'm Bozo 86, and I think that's about all I got for you for tonight.
Yep, we got him. Thank you. We got your Bozo 86 a little earlier. I think Judy wrote that down earlier. She said hi. By the way, good evening to you. And thank you very much for the check-ins there, Dennis.
Got 6.
It's my pleasure, and Judy, if I get a chance to talk to you between now and then, to you and to Mike both, don't eat too much turkey, okay?
I promise I will.
Let's see, Mike, he used to like the drumstick. Does he still like drumsticks?
Oh, I don't know wherever you heard that. I'm a leg man and a boob man, over.
Yeah, I remember. You know, we go back a long ways, buddy. You don't know that. Yeah. Drumsticks, can't get one past you. Let's see what else you... Oh, that pumpkin pie with whippy cream on it. Yeah, you kind of like that, too, I think.
Oh, yeah, I could go for that. Okay. Let's see. Fine on the 7. We talked about him quite a bit last week, and I also ran him through Richard. Richard knows about him, and so does Stan, K7SUN. He's sort of halfway in between them. So we're all waiting for him to get his equipment up and running, and he'll probably end up with a number in the high 1100s there. So we're waiting for K7DRO or whatever the call is when it comes in there. We got N7K and 6KEN all okay. And I don't know where, you said he was in a town that I did not recognize. What town did you say he was in?
It's called the Nokomis area, where it's actually located. The best way is in Sacramento, on where I-80 and I-5 come together. There's the 49er truck stop, so it's very, very close in that area.
Okay, so sort of West Sacramento?
Yeah, I would say probably more in that area. I have one other request real quick. If Bill K06KD, are you listening?
Yeah.
I got a question for you. When you after you get checked in, can you catch me on 215 for a brief question?
Well, I'm usually here for a few minutes after I check in, but I'll get there as soon as I can.
Well, maybe you could answer it real quick if Mike don't mind. Your 7700, you sent that up to ICOM America, was it, to get repaired?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't know if they were still doing the currently ones. Yeah, I got the 7600. I got a little problem, so I'll give them a call and see if they could handle it. Thanks, Bill.
Oh, they sure will. Yeah, that one they'll definitely be able to take care of. So, okay, well, yeah, they'll definitely be able to handle it.
Okay, thank you, Bill. That's all I need to know. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Okay.
KO6KD.
Yeah, and we got you, Bill. Go ahead and take one, and then we'll see if Darren is in here and whoever else. KO6KD, we missed you this morning on 40. I missed it. I missed Saturday. I've overslept. I didn't get up until 11:30 on Saturday. So we got up, instead of having breakfast, we had lunch. Go ahead.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I did talk to Bob yesterday, but by the time I got there this morning, I listened around, and it was, I don't know, a little bit after, very close to 9 o'clock. I thought I heard Phil come in and say, test, 1, 2, 1, 2, but that was it. Never heard anybody else. So you must not have been around very long this morning. I was late, but not I think, about an hour or so, 45 minutes. Anyway, yeah, that's the way it went. I'm back to spiking the fever again and going through that crap. So anyway, not feeling very well, but don't worry about me. That's it. If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, then forward all my mail to the dead letter office. KO6KD number 776.
Well, I don't know how you missed me. I was on at exactly 8 o'clock, and we did go down to 136. And Phil and I talked for half an hour off and on. He stopped for a few minutes to get dressed to go to church, but he didn't go until, I think we signed just before 9 o'clock. We also had N7TSK in there, and Dan had a real good signal. Phil was copying Dan fine tonight, this morning, I should say. So I don't know, maybe you were looking on the wrong frequency. We were not on 137, but we only moved 1 kilohertz. I'm sure you would have found us on 136. So I was there from 8 to 9, solid, over.
Yeah, well, I was late and I didn't hear anything, so it's just the way it is. So we'll try it again next time around. Apologies to one and all, and good evening, one and all. KO6KD 776. John is out here, but have not heard from Darren. He's back to being a missing in action.
Okay. Well, we stood by for you several times this morning. We never did hear Bob. Bob never did check in. Did he say he was going to do something when you talked to him yesterday?
I don't recall him saying anything, no, about not being there today. But I suspect that, see, tomorrow's Monday. Well, everything's all up in the air now. You got, a couple of busloads of people coming in. I got plenty of room here. If somebody wants to come over and have dinner with me. Nobody going to be here but me, so, and a TV dinner, but, everybody's got stuff they're doing, so, schedules being what they are. He may be there tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I don't have anybody coming in until, I think Wednesday. Wednesday we'll have people in here, but not before. Matt was around this weekend a little bit, bringing in extra chairs and tables and stuff like that. But otherwise, it's going to be normal. Our week and our early part of the week will be normal, except for we're hoping for some more rain. It says we're going to have rain tomorrow all day, which is exciting. We've had about 1.25 inches so far. So we're getting some rain and the ground is wet, and it's really cooled off tonight. It was nice today, but boy, I went outside, and once it got dark, it was really cold. We got the heater going in here, and we're not sweating, I can tell you that. Anyway, everything else okay, and yeah, we'll look for you tomorrow. I'll be in there in the morning, I think. Let's see, Darren, KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Any copy, Darren, over? Nothing from Darren. Maybe he'll check in later. Up to you, John. KR6MR. Let me bump the antenna a little bit your way. How's that? KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Big signal. Easy copy. At 331 degrees azimuth. And we'll stand by with you here, and then we'll look for the boys in Redding. Right over the same heading that I shoot at for you. You must be getting quite a bit of rain up there. What are you up to now?
Well, I'm not going to give the dailies. It's easier just to say the monthly total so far is 8.51 inches.
Wow. Fabulous. Yeah, that's wonderful. You're right in the middle of the river up there, it looks like. Yeah, we've got 1.25 inches more or less here. So we've had one good rain and a little trickle last night. And we hope to have rain all day tomorrow. They say it should be raining on and off tomorrow, which is unusual. We don't get a lot of rain in the daytime, but we get it at night. But tomorrow, the forecast says rain tomorrow, starting at 5 in the morning or something. So we'll take whatever comes. Anyway, big signal. And by the way, I'll say to you again, and also to you, Bill, we will not have a net. We will not have a net on Thursday, so there will be no 432 net this week. We'll wish you all happy Thanksgiving, and we'll continue on with all the other nets as normal. But Thursday night, it's going to be bedlam here in terms of trying to get on the radio. I may have the radio on just for fun, because we might have a few guys that didn't get the message. So I may listen around on 432, but there's no official net. If I'm busy and have people that are talking to me or whatever, we'll not have a net. It won't be a net, but I may be on for a few minutes. Some people are somewhat interested, and the kids are interested in watching me operate the radio. So much for that. Let's see, John, back to you, and then we'll listen for Redding, John, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters for sure. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. There'll only be a couple of turkeys on the radio Thursday night. Hi. Yeah, I'll let you go, and you head on up to Redding and see what you can get. KR6MR, have a good night.
Okay, thank you, John. KR6MR, K6MYC, looking toward Redding, Charlie November 80. KD6 Sugar Whiskey and KO6HS. You guys around this evening. KD6SW, K6MYC. Go ahead, Rich.
Okay, yeah, we're here. KD6 Shortwave, Reading number 145. Good evening.
Got your 145, a little fluttery, but Q5 down just a bit, but not bad. Take a transmission, and then we'll pick up Jerry and see how he's doing. What you doing for rain so far? You must have quite a bit of rain by now, over.
Well, it's raining again right now as we speak. It's been pretty this afternoon. No rain breaking in the clouds, so but the rain's supposed to start right back up again. Things are starting to dry up, so we need that rain over.
Yeah, you went back down to the noise, so I didn't get very much of that. You came up right at the end. Let me get over to Jerry, and maybe he can fill us in on the rain if I can hear him. And we'll come back and get one last report from you. KD6 Sugar Whiskey with KO6HS. KO6HS to take it. K6MYC, over.
Roger, Mike, KO6HS through 30. And you're on a bit of a peak there.
That was 5-6.
Get in there and make sure we get through the propagation here. We've had just about 11 inches of rain total in the last few days, so we're doing pretty good, but we're expecting some more. Over.
Oh boy, 11 inches of rain, phenomenal. You're getting a lot up there. That's good. You need it, and it'll fill up all the reservoirs, Shasta Dam, and all the rest of that stuff. And maybe it'll give us some water down here on the long term. Sounds good, and solid copy that time, Jerry. Very nice signal. KO6HS, K6MYC. We've had 1.25 inches so far. 230 is numbers, 230.
756.
Roger, yeah, we'll get back to you here. Looks like the propagation has taken a little bit of a dip there, but we'll try one last transmission here. So anyway, we're waiting for more, and like I said, you're fading down there. We'll turn it back here and see if
Solid copy, solid copy. Got your 11 inches. And I hear Darren in there, 756 is in, so you can check 756. Hang on a second, Darren, we'll get to you when we finish with Redding here. KD6SW for your final, Rich, K6MYC.
Okay, well, I don't really have too much I can add to that. Jerry keeps good track of the amount of rain that we get, so you got that taken care of. Yeah, we got puddles all over the place, and 5 was closed down up north of us here for a while there the other day, but it's open, wide open now. 73, well, I guess we'll see you Wednesday, perhaps. 73, KD6 shortwave.
Well, maybe we'll see you on 6 meters. We'll look for you on 6 meters tomorrow night. We'll listen for your CW and perhaps even a little sideband. Pretty good signal at the end here. Solid copy, Rich. Thank you very much. Always good to hear you guys from way up there in the Northland. And I'm glad you're getting lots of rain. 73, KD6SW, KO6HS, K6MYC, and I'm standing by for you, Darren, over.
Good evening, Mike. Figured I'd better jump in here. Managed to get away and step out and say hello. So this is KJ6KFB756 for the check-in.
Yeah, you're coming in really good on a bounce path here. I'm pointing up to 337 at the moment, so you're normally at 323 to 325. So about 10 degrees to the north, but very solid, very strong signal this evening right there. So hopefully things are going well for you. Do you have a rain gauge? You know how much rain you've had so far?
Oh, no. We've had a couple of inches is all I think we might have gotten down here. Not all that much rain. We only had one solid day of rain, and the rest of the week it's been pretty dry. So weekend, I think we got a little drizzle here and there, and that was about it.
Yeah, well, even your little drizzles are more than ours. We had one night of rain. We got 1 inch exactly overnight 3 or 4 nights ago. And then last night I think we had a quarter of an inch or so. I didn't get a measurement on it because it came in at an angle, and it didn't put any change into my rain gauge, but I found water in all the containers on the property, but the water came in at a 45-degree angle from due west. Over.
Well, all I can say about this is my grass out front's starting to grow, so I guess I got to go out there and put weed and feed on it.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that.
For up in the mountains.
Yeah, we've got beautiful snow here. Judy asked me if I could see the snow, and the sunlight was just coming in as the sun was coming up. It was shining on the snow up in the Sierras here. So pretty nice to see that up there anyway. But here we're not getting the massive rain. We should be at 3 or 4 inches already, or more, by this time of the year. But we've got 1 1/4. We'll take it. 7-3, Darren, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters perhaps. There is no net Thursday. No net Thursday because that's Thanksgiving and I'm going to be busy. KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
Oh, very good, Mike. Okay, no net Thursday. Over. Carry on, KJ6KFB.
Thank you. Now, anybody else before I go toward Sacramento? Toward Nevada. Go ahead.
Bozo 884 WB6GGY.
Oh, there he is. Good evening, Phil. 884. Good signal. Not as strong as I've heard you, but I'm not pointed quite right for you. We're a little bit too far north. But anyway, good to hear you. And it was good to catch you this morning. Hopefully you had a good church service, and you got there with no incidents. Over.
Roger, yeah, we got there safely, and everything is going to be fine. So, we caught that nothing on Thursday. Okay, very good. And you and Judy have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later. WB6GGY, clear.
Well, I may be on Thursday morning. I suspect I'll be up, so we might have a kind of a short, congested net, but I'll try to be there for a few minutes on Thursday morning. We'll see what happens.
Copy. Okay, we'll look for you Thursday morning if you have the time to show up. WB6GGY.
Yeah, and we'll have...
Hi, Barbara, and hi, Phil.
Go ahead.
Hi, Barbara, and hi, Phil.
And, Barbara says hi, and we'll talk to you later there, Judy. And a very happy Thanksgiving, in case I forget to mention it later. WB6GGY.
Very good, Phil. And of course, we'll see you tomorrow night on 6, barring complication, and again on Wednesday. So everything will be normal here until Thursday night. But all the mornings, except maybe I may slack off on Tuesday since we know Bob isn't going to be here. But maybe he's going to be running his consultations with his customers or his patients. I think he said he's going to do it on a Zoom now, so he may be home, and he may be able to get on at 8 in the morning on Tuesday. We'll have to check with him. I'll look for him, and you and Bill, for that matter. I'll look for you guys all tomorrow morning on 40 meters, 7137, 7136. Anyway, 7-3 for now, Phil. Good to hear you, and good evening to Barbara as well. But we'll be chatting through the week, I'm sure. Anybody else? K6MYC Bozo Net.
Thanksgiving and WB6GGY clear.
7-3. Anybody else? K6MYC. AJ6 Queen Lima. How about you, George? Nothing from George. K9 Tango Alpha Zulu. Okay, I guess not. I guess we're all alone here. K6, KW6T, I should say. KW6T, Russ. Nothing from Russ. K6 Whiskey India Sugar. K6WIS. Nothing from Paul. Okay. KE6ILX. KE6 India Lima X-ray. Okay, very good. We've given them a chance anyway, so we didn't forget anybody, I hope. We'll see how Nevada's doing here. Going toward Nevada. Let's see, Richard, I haven't heard anything from you, so maybe you're not in the shack tonight. KD6BQ, KD6 Bisquick, K6MYC. Nothing from Richard. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT. How about you, Larry? Roger, Richard, we got a good signal from you, but maybe you're running barefoot or something. You're strong enough for good, strong CW. Check in 249. So, but I don't know why you didn't go to Saipan. Maybe I'm weak up there. Still doing 12 or 1500 watts here, so it should be okay. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6BQ. Get it right. KD6BQ, K6MYC. Try it again.
K6MYC, KD6. Much louder when you're pointing to Sacramento for some reason. I expected a blasting here, but pretty weak tonight. KD6BQ, number 249, over.
Yeah, we got some kind of a screaming birdie on the frequency also. I don't know what it is. It's not bothering you, but it's not helping me any. But you're Q5, Richard, but not real strong. Anyway, good to hear you. By the way, we will not have a net on Thursday. There will be no 432 net on Thursday. No 432 net on Thursday, but all the other nets will be normal. So there you are, KD6BQ, K6MYC, and then we'll try for Daniel and others. Over.
Roger, Roger. Copy. No net on Thursday. You're coming up. Your signal's coming up a bit, but haven't heard Larry tonight. I don't know who else might be here. So anyway, we'll keep it short since there seems to be some fading. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249.
Yeah, solid copy, Richard. KD6BQ, but fading at the end. So it isn't anywhere near good conditions for you over the mountains tonight for some reason. Maybe it's too cold. Hi. Let's see. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT. How about it, Larry? Nothing heard from Larry. KE7 UQL, KE6 Uniform Quebec London. How about you, Daniel? Boy, Daniel's been missing, but I think his antennas are all down. Let's try K7SUN. Let me move over your way, Stan. K7SUN, K6MYC, calling K7SUN and listening.
Good evening, Mike. Hopefully you can copy me. The band is not really good tonight at all, actually. So anyway, Bozo number 442, Mike, and like I said, the band is pretty bad over.
Well, part of it's because I wasn't pointed at you. This should be better. You're very Q5, but you're down about 5 to 6 dB from normal. You're down about 5 or 6 dB below your normal average, but very easy copy, still no problem. A little fluttery, little watery, little fluttery, but still perfect copy, Stan. And again, I did not hear anything from you Thursday night. I don't know if you heard something or not. But we will not have a net. We will not have a net this coming Thursday. No net on Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. And so we'll resume normal net times after Thursday, back on Sunday night, of course, next week, Sunday night next week, a week from now. Everything normal up till except for Thursday night there. Back to you, and hopefully we copy you, but if we don't catch you between now and then, have a great Thanksgiving with the family and all. K7SUN 442, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Well, yeah, once you got pointed toward me, you came up to a nice solid F9 through your whole transmission there, that transmission. So, yeah, the little antenna adjustment did wonders. All right, Mike. Well, 73, you have a great Thanksgiving also, and we're going to try to do the same thing here. Actually going to go to Reno. I'll be in Reno at my daughter's for Thanksgiving. So, 73, Mike, K7SUN.
Okay, very good, Stan. Well, you have a good one. Enjoy with your daughter up in Reno there, and we'll see you. We may see you Wednesday night here as well. And we also have the nets on 222 tomorrow night and 6 meters. I don't think we've ever worked you on 6, but I don't know if you have a good 6-meter station. But we're always on 6 meters. We start 6 meters at about 8:15, and we usually start in your direction. It's after the 220 net, so the 6-meter net starts at about 8:15 to 8:20, somewhere in there, and I start pointing in your direction. That's an unusual one. Usually you guys are last, but I have to give you a break once a week here, and we start on 6 meters. We start pointed at you at 8:15. Hi. 7-3, Stan. Good evening. Thank you again. K7SUN, K6MYC clear, and taking one more standby for KE7 UQL and N7 Whiskey Tango standing by. Over. Okay, nothing heard, so I guess that's it. Richard, I'll come back your way a little bit here, and we'll say 73s. Whoops, I went too far. Somewhere right around in here seems to be a pretty good peak this evening, Richard. 73, my friend, and we'll see you tomorrow on 222. No, we won't either. We'll see you on 6 tomorrow. Hi. Take care. KD6BQ, K6MYC. Good night.
Yeah, Roger, Mike. We'll see you tomorrow night on 6, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family there. 7-3, and we'll hopefully catch you tomorrow night on 6. Over.
Yeah, and you're way up now, so the just band conditions and timing on the first call there, you're very strong now. 7-3. Bob, you want to say hello to anybody up that way?
I'm barely hearing Richard there. Over.
Okay. Light copy on you from Rob, KM6SRR tonight, Richard. 7-3, and I guess we should go back to the Bay Area. We missed quite a few in the Bay Area for quick, and you can go on down and see if you can get Eddie, Rob. KM6SRR in the group, K6MYC. Dead.
KB6 WFC 775.
Oh, there he is. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775. Good evening, Mike. We just coming your way from the Nevada area, but you're strong here at 300 degrees. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mike. Yeah, Roger. Was up in Grass Valley, and it was 37 degrees in the morning.
Well, that's the way it is up there in the mountains. It's a beautiful location, but it is a little cooler up there in Grass Valley. So how was your little trip to Grass Valley? Everything go smooth?
As smooth as could be. Yeah, actually, traffic was nice. It wasn't that bad. It didn't take me that long to get back down off the hill.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, I forgot who you went up to see up there.
Oh, my father lives up in Grass Valley.
Oh, okay. Very good. Of course, we have a ham up there, KE6ILX. He's quite active, and he's got all the bands. I don't know if you've ever heard him. One of these days, he'll have his big station back up. Right now, he's just running from the Mobile. He lost everything a year or so ago in the storm, and hasn't got everything back up again. But Jeff's up there, and he's a gold miner. He has some property and some gold mines up there, and he mines 10 months out of the year. And then this last couple of months, he's also a very good glass blower and glass worker. He makes beautiful little figurines, little floating birds and things like that out of glass, and he sells those as ornaments for Christmas. We've got some here. They're beautiful. So that's what Jeff does up there in Grass Valley. I don't know if your father knows about him or not. Over.
I don't think so, but yeah, the only ones that I know around the area is Paul, K6WIS, and then there's John, there's a KR6MR, and those are the only ones I've ever talked to on the radio up there.
Okay. Well, Jeff is right in Grass Valley, but he's not usually home in the daytime because he drives off to another location where he has a gold mine. Although he's home now, I think he's been home the last few weeks, and he'll be home through Christmas, as that's a really tough time to do gold mining in the cold of the winter. So he's making ornaments right now. He's got multiple talents. But might be good to see if we can get you guys together with he and your dad. Maybe your dad would like to buy your mother or a friend one of these little ornaments that he sells. That would be good. Over.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's into buying things right now. He's in an assisted living facility.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. They have a good facility up there for him?
Well, it's probably one of the better ones that I could get, but it is what it is.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Has he lived in that area all his life?
No, for probably at least 10 years, maybe more.
Okay. Very good. All righty. Well, we'll let you go. Thanks for checking in. I thought I heard some voices in the background, but it might have been on your radio. Did you have a radio going in the background?
No, I just have the stream running over.
Oh, maybe we were hearing the streaming. That's what it was. Okay, 7-3 for now, Mike. We will not have a 432 net on Thursday. I'm going to be busy with the Thanksgiving crowd here. We'll have 35, 40 people here, so it's going to be pretty busy around net time. Hi. And so everything else is normal. All the other nets will be as normal, but 432 on Thursday night isn't probably. I may be on the air, but I won't be calling the net. I might be just looking around to see if anybody's didn't get the message. Hi. 7-3 KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, Daly City. We did get a nice check-in from Jimmy up that way, K6 MYC.
Oh, good. Great. All right. Well, have a good week. And I understand about Thanksgiving. I probably won't be available either. But have a good Thanksgiving otherwise. But I'll probably talk to you before then. 73, good night. K6MYC, KB6 WSC.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Okay. Anybody else in the Bay Area? How about WA6AXX? Ed, are you there tonight? They come down into the Bay Area a little bit more. I'm way high here. There we go. That should be closer. KT2G. Any others in the Bay Area, please? Kilowatt 6, Mike Yankee Charlie.
Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November India.
Hi, there he is. Hi, Gary. WB6WNI. Give Judy your number, over.
Oh, certainly will. I'm glad I called you. We just finished dinner. The number is 1090. We had a beautiful day up here, and I've done some pre-cooking for Thanksgiving. I got the word that you had told the other fellow that no Thursday net, and Mike, I won't hold you because it's late, but talk about, just too many things. I first had the wrong antenna on the rig, and then I tuned it to the frequency we do here. I was on 432, 240, and I said, why don't I hear anybody? And about 9:15, I said, oh my goodness. Well, Mike, we won't try this coming Thursday, but I'll probably talk to you on Wednesday. Have a nice Thanksgiving, though, if I do not.
Yeah, well, we'll look for you Wednesday anyway. And thank you for the Thanksgiving greetings. The same to you if we somehow miss you. Okay, on the 432 debacle. We all make those kind of mistakes. Boy, oh boy. Anyway, yeah, it's on 432-100. That'll help a lot get on the right frequency. It's really hard to hear you when you're 140 kilohertz off. 7-3, Gary. Thank you very much for checking in here. WB6WNI, K6MYC.
Yeah, 73 Mike and 73 Judy. Hopefully talk with you on Wednesday. I'll be clear, WB679.
Bye. Anybody else in the Bay Area? WA6AXX, Ed?
1029 is trying to check in.
1029. Well, go ahead and get him, over. Go ahead, 1029. That would be 11. That would be Brett. You should hear Brett here.
N6GYR, green, yellow, red.
N6, what was it called? Give me the call and the Bozo number again. I think Brett is 1029, but I could be wrong. N6 NPD is Brett, but I could be wrong. That could be 1128. I don't know. What's Brett's number, Judy?
1029?
Yeah, 1029 is N6 NPD, over.
I think that's 1129, Mike.
1129, okay. Okay, 1029, where are you? And come on in. Whoever's helping him, I can't hear him, so you're going to have to be the relay. Go ahead, the relay.
Yeah, the relay is KB6WFC. George, are you still available? Give it a try. He just tried Mike. Did you hear him? I think he's vertical.
Okay, well, that's probably why I'm not hearing him. He's probably vertical and running low power. Where is he located? We've got him in here, 1129, and give us the call again, if you would. We can look it up, of course. And where is he located? And ask him what he's running for power and antennas again, if you would, Mike. Over.
That's 1029. He's in South San Francisco.
GYR, and he's in South San Francisco, and I'm not sure, but I think he only has about 100 watts. Hey, George, how much power are you running? 40 watts, over.
Yeah, I heard the 40 watts, so he's getting a little tiny bit of signal down here. But, George, if you can get horizontally polarized, you'll be coming in here like a ton of bricks. So ask him if he's copying me, would you, Mike? Over.
George, can you hear Mike at all? He is hearing you.
Okay, well, it's yeah, because I'm running 1,500 watts at him. Okay, well, some guys can't hear him when they run vertical because they got so much noise. Anyway, George, thank you very much for coming in here. We'll keep an ear out for you. 1029. Is it 1029 or 1129? Now I'm screwed up.
It's 1029.
Okay, he's 1029 and 1129 is Brett. I guess that's it.
Roger. I think he knows his number. 1029, 1029.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, thank him for calling in, and he's been a Bozo member for some time. Ask him if it's possible for him to get up even a quad loop. A horizontally polarized single quad loop would make a big difference. Over.
Yeah, I think he has 11 element in his garage that he's too lazy to put up, but I'll convince him one of these days.
Okay, well, maybe he could just make a piece of wire and make a quad loop out of some Tinker Toys, and that'll probably get him down here much better than he's getting when he's vertically polarized. Thank you, George. Appreciate you calling in. Have a good Thanksgiving. If we don't hear you, we'll look for you again on Wednesday. We will look for you again on Wednesday, George. 73 K6MYC clear, and is there anybody else for the Bozo Net? Over. Okay, Rob, go ahead and give Eddie a call, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
Okay, sounds good. KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? This is KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by. Eddie, KE6BK, you on tonight? Nothing heard, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, there was about 4 or 5 guys down there that checked in originally. There's 2 or 3 now in Visalia, and of course I would like to have them in here when Bill's not in here. Bill's not very active on Sunday nights. He'll only got something going like Ken does. But there's 2 guys in Visalia. There's 1 guy in Porterville also with Eddie there. And they just don't seem to be very active. We just can't get them into the group, so to speak, into the swing of things here. And we're missing a lot of regulars. N6BYH isn't in here, and WV6COT, and we did hear Terry was in. Ken was in, but very quiet. I assume Ken checked in and then went back in the house, because he normally calls in when he's got other stations on here like N6RO and others, but he never did call in. Didn't mean to leave him out. I just assume if he wants to talk to somebody, he can pop in. And I guess, Aaron, you never did see the computer come back, so maybe the computer's either damaged or it's not turned on for some reason because it fell down. It actually looked like it was in a good spot, but it's in a precarious spot. It shouldn't be where it is. What we can do perhaps is move the whole rack. It's on top of a rack and it's away from the wall. I could move it over toward the wall so it cannot fall down in that crevice again. So we'll try to put it in a better spot when Frank gets here tomorrow. N6 or K6USY in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, no worries, Mike. And hey, at least your internet's been more stable tonight. Made a couple adjustments to the stream, and then I think things have improved. I'm not sure if you had a chance to call them, but the connection's been rock solid tonight.
I did call them. They ran a quick check on it on technician level 1, the guy that answers the phone. He ran a quick check, and he said, yes, I see that things don't seem to be just perfect up there. And he was going to do some more checking and give it over to a technician level 2, which is, I guess, one more up the ladder. And then if there was a problem in the path, they could come out and fix it. But apparently they fixed it. So if you didn't see any dropouts tonight, it may be that may have been that they fixed their problem there. Over.
Yeah, they probably. I think they can remotely, slightly change frequencies if they happen to be on a frequency that's got interference, or somebody went up to the. It could have been a problem with the antenna on the hilltop side. Who knows? But obviously they were able to fix it without coming to your house.
Okay, well, we missed WB6JNP and KM6HK and course call tonight, but we got everybody else up that way. I'm going back up a way, see if I can copy it better. That might be better. Is that better for you, Aaron?
Well, I was copying you the whole time, but I know I was not strong into you, and yeah, it looks like I'm a little bit better now.
Yeah, much better now. Okay. Well, we're done. I think we're ready to get out of here. Good night to all. Good evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night from the home QTH on 222 if you have it. Rob has it. You don't, Aaron.
The antenna's sitting here. I'm probably not going to be able to order the transverter till January, so it'll probably be in the first of the year that I'll be able to get on the band.
Well, if it's a money issue, just order it and get it so that he's got it ready for you, and then you can pull the trigger. You could probably give him a small down, and he would go ahead and build it ahead for you. If that's the issue and you want to put it after the first of the year, I would get it ordered just in the outside chance that he gets backlogged.
Oh yeah, no. The plan's to order it in January. In December, because he says on the website it takes 6 to 4 weeks. So I'm going to order it in December and then pay for it in January.
Okay, so you got that worked out already. All right, good. All right, I'll let you guys go. Good evening, and good evening to you, Rob. I still got lumber over here, and I've got one pile I'm holding dry for you.
Okay, I didn't realize that. I've been working on a design project, which I'm way behind on, so I kind of have to keep my nose to the grindstone if that's okay.
No, I can keep it covered. It's not an issue. I burned off I cut some of the stuff out of there. I've been burning on the stuff I cut for about the last 4 days. There's a lot of wood in that one pile that was next to the one you took. It needs to be cut up. It's most of the pieces are about 42 to 48 inches long, and there's a lot of wood there, and it's dry as a bone, so it's going good. But that's there for you to take. I haven't even touched the stuff in the woodshed yet.
Okay, that sounds good. I sure appreciate it. Yeah, but I'm going to be needing some more here. All the wood that's out there now is pretty wet. We got a little over an inch of rain here that Friday night here. Just happened over.
Yeah, we got inch Friday night, and then we got another inch. I think not inch, but we got about a quarter of an inch last night. And as I was telling everybody, it didn't measure anything in the rain gauge, but we know we got it because my wheelbarrow had a couple of inches of water in it, which is not a legitimate measurement, but because it's open on, big opening on one end and small bottom. But I got at least a quarter, maybe as much as a half inch. So I'm at an inch and a quarter, inch and a half, somewhere like that. Over.
That sounds good. You were mentioning, did Kerry KK6ZKE, did he call in tonight? Over.
Yeah, he did check in. 704 was in.
Okay, I'll have to write them down. And then I was trying to listen to the old-time radio thing, got kind of messed up. When you were talking to PQL Jim, did the other Jim 285 check in?
Yeah, 285 was in, and 6BA 900.
Yeah, I got all of her.
Okay. K6K online later, K6, KV6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KF6 QCH, and that was about it in the Bay Area. No AXX again.
Yeah, I heard you call from in the end. It didn't find him. I guess I didn't have KV6 WFC in here either.
Yeah, well, he was the one that was helping us with the 1029 station, but these were very strong. Mike came in when I was pointed towards Sacramento.
Okay, yeah, I got him in. Yeah, I forgot that he was later on in the net there. So what do you got for a count?
43.
I'm 2 off. I wonder what I did.
You're missing 2?
Yeah, I got 41.
Well, Judy could read the first 10. Maybe in the first 10 minutes that you missed some stations over.
Okay.
All right, I got 72, 1079, 1100, 704, 971, check.
Okay, go ahead.
1009, 982, 856, 432, 711, check.
Okay, go ahead.
831, 226, 86, 61, 1165.
Okay, I didn't have 61 in there. Was Rick in there, or did we put that in because Dave LOL talked to him?
Yeah, I put him in because he was on earlier. For some reason, something must have happened that he didn't stick around for the net, or he was turned toward the south when we called him in, over. So that brings you up to speed, right?
Pretty close, I think. I had 41, that makes 42, so I'm still short 1, but when you wrote your list down here, it was out of order from what I got, so there might be one in there I didn't have, over.
Well, we'll go one more little bitch of a couple of 5s here. Go ahead, Judy.
Okay, 610, 1098, 807, 900, 285, 1296.
Okay, go ahead.
And I put Mike in at 47, 111, 787, 1161, 835, 160, 36, check.
Not 36, it would be 336. Yeah, 336 and 1 PPP.
Okay, it looks like you skipped over 1161, K9ZTY, Tom.
You probably got him somewhere in there.
I have. It's Tom Rogers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, 782, 849, 132, 233, 776.
Okay, go ahead.
759, 145, 230, 756, 884, 249.
Okay, go ahead.
442, 775, 1090, and 1029. That's it.
Okay. I'll look back over it. There's probably one in there that I didn't have, so thank you.
All right. That's close enough.
Yeah, roger on that. I'm going to be going down to visit my cousin in the LA area for Thanksgiving, so we're leaving Tuesday morning and coming back Saturday, so I'll miss Tuesday night and Wednesday night, over.
Okay. We'll deal with it. Thank you. 73 Rob, 73 Aaron. We're out of here. K6MYC going that way.
Alrighty, good night, guys. K6USY DMO.
Good night, Mike. Good night, Rob. WA6LOL.
Yeah, good night, Dave.
Hi, Dave. He must have left already. Alrighty, good night, everybody. K6USY.
Good night, Aaron. Yeah, I was hearing Dave.